Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're moving beyond just using AI prompts. We're going to talk about building an actual AI engine for your business, a system that can turn all those scattered notes and half-baked ideas into a really powerful, consistent asset.
So let me start with a quick question for you. If you've been using AI for a while, just take a mental snapshot of your digital workspace. Where are you saving your best prompts? Are they in random notes, buried in documents, lost somewhere in endless chat histories? Is there a real system, or is it kind of chaos? Yeah, if that sounds a little too familiar, you might be what we call a prompt hoarder. You find yourself constantly trying to reinvent prompts you know you've written before, you get wildly different results, and all that friction, it's costing you valuable time and consistency. It's really the difference between having a workshop full of random parts versus a perfectly organized toolbox where you know exactly where everything is. But there is a much, much better way to go from that chaos to having complete control. The solution is to build what we call an AI tool library. Think of it as a central command center for all your most valuable AI work. Now, let's be clear, an AI tool library isn't just a folder where you dump stuff. Not at all. It's a strategic system for organizing your most valuable assets, your meta prompts, and your ready-to-use templates. A meta prompt is basically a master prompt that helps you create other, more specific prompts. And in your library, everything is organized by the actual job it needs to do. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the strategic library. It's organized, it's systematic, it's ready for action. But on the right, well, that's the prompt hoard. It's basically a digital junk drawer that's almost impossible to use effectively. One is a genuine asset, the other is a liability. So, how do you actually build this thing? How do you make it work? Well, it all rests on three core concepts, or what we call pillars. If you get these three things right, your entire AI strategy just becomes so much stronger and more efficient. The first pillar is all about organized access. Imagine a physical filing cabinet. You wouldn't just throw all your important papers into one giant drawer, right? Of course not. It's the same idea here. You categorize your AI tools by what they do: marketing, customer service, operations, you name it. This makes sure that you or anyone on your team can find the exact right tool for any task, instantly. Pillar number 2 is creating permanent assistants. Now, this is really cool. Think of these as your own in-house AI experts. For example, you could create an assistant called, say, Prompt Craft Pro. So instead of starting from scratch every time, you just ask it, hey, generate 3 top-tier prompts for writing a B2B marketing email. And boom, it uses all the best practices to give you a perfect starting point every single time. And the third, and honestly, the most crucial pillar is action planning. I mean, a library is totally useless if the books just sit on the shelf and collect dust, right? This is all about having a clear strategy for how you actually use your prompts, how you measure if they're working, and how you share them with your team. This is what turns your library from just a static collection into a living, breathing asset that drives real results. Okay, so let's get practical. Here is the actual blueprint you can use to start building your own library today. We've broken the whole process down into a really simple 5-step framework that honestly anyone can follow. So here's the whole process at a glance. As you can see, it moves really logically from that high-level strategy, like categorizing your business functions, all the way down to organization and integration. But I really want to call out that final step: develop an action plan. That is the most crucial part. That's what makes this a living system, not just some static database. When you follow this blueprint, something really powerful starts to happen. You stop thinking about your AI prompts as these disposable one-off tools, and you start seeing them as what they really are: valuable long-term business assets. So what's the actual payoff for doing all this? It's pretty simple. The time you save by not constantly reinventing the wheel gets immediately reinvested into improving the quality and the consistency of your work. It helps you create an AI strategy that doesn't just work for you today, but one that can actually scale with you into the future. This quote right here really captures the ultimate goal. You're not just organizing prompts. You are fundamentally transforming your AI efforts from a daily tactic into a long-term compounding asset that gets better and more valuable the more you use it. So, to wrap up this explainer, I'll leave you with one simple, actionable question to get you started. Looking at your own business, what is the very first category you're going to create in your new AI tool library?